Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the September 25th Policy Committee meeting. I want to apologize in advance for being a little behind schedule. We had a SPIT committee meeting that went longer than we anticipated. So I would now like to call the policy meeting to order, and we'll begin with approval of the agenda.
Motion to approve the agenda.
Okay, thank you very much. All those in favor? Aye. Okay, that brings us to, we need approval of the August 21st open session minutes.
I move that we approve the August 21st open session minutes.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, policies for second review.
So we have a long agenda. I'll go quickly. These three policies were before you at your last meeting. They went to the board in the September meeting, and I received no recommended revisions or changes. So they're back before you. We would request these go to the October 1st meeting.
I have no comments. Additional comments, yep. I do not either. Everyone good on these for second review? I move that we send the policies 3-3, 5-12, and 517 to the board for second review.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so that leaves us with policies for first review.
The first policy, I'm sorry, Justin. The policies for first review, the first one is 1-1 election of Board of Education. What I've done for the first, at least the first three, was as we're going back through policies, looking at what policies School Boards Association, other districts have that we don't, and trying to, as opposed to writing new policies, incorporate them into current policies. And that's what we've done with 1-1. The first paragraph I have revised to reflect what we do now. And it
Good.
seemed to me that language back from 1992 was not relevant any longer.
Agreed.
So I fixed that and then added the oath. The School Boards Association has a separate policy on oath, and they have a separate policy on the legal removals from the board based on impeachment, move out of the county or out of your area, et cetera. And so those are changes that were based on things that this board's policy was missing.
Okay, I have a couple things. In D, can we also take out 1992?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Absolutely.
Okay. And I guess the addition to D and the new F, do we need this? Both of these things are in the state constitution, the oath of office and the removal from office. And I don't really care if it's there. We don't always incorporate every state statute and everything in the constitution into our policy. So I guess, are we just making it easier for people to be able to look it up and know what it is, or?
Yeah, it just was filling in blanks. It's not a required, neither of them are required for us to have policy on.
I'm okay with the oath. That's fine. F, I don't even understand parts of it. I'm going to be honest with you. In the first sentence, and who has not been restored to the rights of citizenship. What does that even mean?
Yeah, that's just language.
I know, right? It's language from the, but we don't have all the language from the, it's
Correct.
Interesting. I know that some of this came from the school
Came
board.
straight from them, I'm sorry.
Right. And they missed the very first thing in the statute or in the Constitution, which reads, I don't have it up anymore. No, I do. The following person shall be disqualified for office. First, any person who shall deny the being of Almighty God. So I don't
That's
know.
interesting. I don't know why they don't have that in there.
Right. If we're going to do it, it should have everything. I don't think it needs to be here. And here's why. Disqualification and removal disqualification is dealt with in the state constitution. It's there. I don't even understand it, but it's there. And the last thing is a court. The removal is by court, and that's in the state statutes. And I mean, I guess sometimes people have questions on removal, but we don't have anything in here about a motion and all the kinds of other ways that you can be censured and stuff like that. So I guess
And
I,
hearings.
right, and I guess I just don't think that F is necessary, and it's not even complete. And I know you got it from the North Carolina School Board, and I don't always
apologize.
agree with them.
And I'm fine taking that out. Like I said, it's not required.
I mean, how do the other board members, do you agree?
Yeah, that's just my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's in the state statutes.
State Constitution, Article 6, Section 8.
Mhm. Do you have any idea why the North Carolina School Board would have that in there if the state statutes? cover it?
They have about 10 times as many
Oh,
policies as we
okay.
do.
Yeah, they have a lot.
They have
Okay.
everything you can breathe written in
Okay.
policy.
And like,
Okay.
I don't know, a person who's been impeached from any office is disqualified. You can't hold offices simultaneously in the state of North Carolina. So I don't know how that all works. I'm just going to be, I just don't understand it all. I get it's a state statute and we'll hopefully never have to deal with it.
I'm fine with taking it out.
So then what I'm understanding, what I'm hearing that to propose for review to the board is
Every change except F.
I'm going to fix paragraph D and take out the first Monday in December, and biennially thereafter, I'm just going to add.
Where you know you're going to say on the first Monday in December.
Right.
And take out
And take out
1992.
1992,
Right, okay.
And then I'm going to take out paragraph F, and the rest as is proposed will go to the board for review. And the recommendation would be October 1st for that as well.
Okay.
Those revisions.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Do you want to motion these separately?
It's up to you all.
That was 1-1.
I move that we send 1-1 for first review to the Board of Education with the amendments.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
The next one is authority to transact business. This one, I'm going to revise based on a discussion with Ms. Heintel to say the governing body and legal entity is the Union County
I'm
Board
sorry,
of,
where are you?
right, the
Second
last
bullet.
bullet.
The second bullet.
Yeah.
Okay.
The governing body and legal entity is the Union County Board of Education. I would request, this one is important. It was something that I also found in the School Boards Association, but it's important because it's important for people to know that the legal entity is the Board of Education. We sometimes get folks who sue and file lawsuit against Union County Public Schools, and that's not a legal entity. It's
I
the
totally
board.
agree with this
Mhm.
change.
Okay.
Yes.
So we would recommend that this go to the board for review on October 1st as well.
I
Are there
move,
any other questions or comments besides that second bullet? Okay.
I move that we send 1-2 as amended to the full board for first review.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, policy 1-3, duties of the Board of Education.
This too is filling in blanks of policies that we didn't have in local board policy. A lot of these duties are all those that are prescribed by statute. They're prescribed in a variety of statutes and then also in Leandro, a Supreme Court case. And so it's putting them all into one location. Again, it's not a necessary policy. It just was filling in some blanks.
Okay. I don't have any comments or suggestions. And again, you got this from the North Carolina School Boards Association.
Correct.
Okay. I just need a motion to send this to the full board for review, first review.
Motion. Send 1-3 full board. Yes.
No.
It says some all of it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Okay, send that for first review. Okay, policy 1-18, appeals.
Yes, this is proposed being revised for a variety of reasons. The primary one is that we've gotten a lot of concerns over the past few years, and parents not understanding that the appeals policy covers when they have a concern or a complaint. A lot of times when they call and I direct them to this policy, they say, well, that's appeals. I have a complaint. And so what we're trying to do is make sure that folks understand this is for when there is an issue that someone has, be it a parent, be it an employee, be it a student. When they have a concern about the conduct, decisions, actions of a school employee, this is the policy they go to. So it clarifies that. And then we were adding some definitions and some timelines that essentially already exist, but making a clarification to help the process make more sense.
I like a lot of the changes. I have some questions. The third paragraph on page 1. Is there a reason we left employees out of that? No. That was too.
No, that was that was an oversight. I'll add that. I'm sorry.
In the next paragraph, do you have anything before that? Anybody? The last line, all meetings and hearings conducted pursuant to this policy will be private. In the administrative guidelines that we were given, it says a hearing will be open to the public unless a closed session is prohibited by law.
Yeah, I should make those consistent. Generally, these are all private, even the ones that are in the
That's what I
hearings.
thought. So can we just change it? It's number 1.
In the administrative guideline, yeah, we'll fix that.
I don't have anything else on that.
I just want to confirm, help me, as far as appeals, we get a lot of requests for athletics and clubs. Can you point me to that? Because I'm having trouble.
Second to last page, the second page 4 of 5, bottom said the board will not hear appeals regarding
Okay.
the following subjects, and then it goes.
Okay, because we get a lot of requests, coaching, sports, clubs, and I just am hoping that parents or students will see that, we'll take appeals for employee matters, educational matters, but not for extracurricular.
It says will not.
Okay,
Except
perfect.
Except if it's required by law.
perfect. Sounds pretty clear to me.
It was. Me too. I have nothing on the second page. Okay. You? Page 3, board level appeals. The middle, just before the second, before the red, all hearings will be heard by the board panels except when a full board hearing is required by law. In the administrative guidelines in 4, it says something different. It says the board may designate a panel of 2 or more to hear and act on behalf of the board. So we need to pick one.
Yeah, and the
And I like the way it's written in G better than in
Yep.
the administrative guidelines.
we can fix that. The one thing about the 2 or more is to say that a panel could be 2.
Okay,
Now, we can, we'll use the same language
and I'm fine
Yep.
with that.
with, okay, so I'll combine the language?
Yes,
Okay,
that would be great.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Agreed.
That we, because this makes it sound. Except for the board. I think they just have to be married together, yeah.
Yep, we'll do.
I have nothing else on that. Page 4 of 5. Expulsion hearings will be heard by the full board in closed session.
That's because it's required by law.
Okay. Parents, okay, so that's it. No, that's all I got.
I do not have any other comments or questions. Okay,
Awesome. I move that we send policy 1-18 as amended to the full board on October 1st for first reading.
Second.
okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, policy 1-27, energy conservation.
Which is going to become 7-9.
Yep. I know, I apologize.
It's okay.
I really confused Mr. Burnett as well. And Ms. Davis a little yesterday.
I have no comments on this.
Yeah, and just so you know, the changes to the administrative guidelines came from the,
School board.
well, the administrative guidelines came from the facilities department, and then we just add language to.
I'm good with that.
Mhm. Nope.
I move that we send policy 1-27 now, 7-9 to the full board on October 1st.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Okay, policy 5-6,
Okay.
exceptional children's program.
And I took advantage of making some changes to that because our risk manager and our CTE director asked me to make changes to the administrative guidelines that go with it. So since we were similar to the energy conservation while we were reviewing the admin guidelines, it made sense to review the policy. The policy changes just kind of add some additional statutory things and a little more clarity. And then the change to the administrative guidelines is to clarify that while we have a no pets in the classroom policy, there are certain courses that require that there be small animals, rabbits specifically, in classrooms. And we weren't aware of this until we had a sub recently who said, "There's rabbits in my classroom." And we found out it was because there was a CT requirement, so we changed that.
I have no comments.
No comments.
They are.
Okay.
They're in appropriate crates that,
So I move that we send policy 5-6 to the full board on October 1st.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
All of those.
Okay, next we have administrative guidelines for review, and we'll begin with guideline 1-18 appeals, hearings before the board.
and I'll make the revisions that you all recommended to marry the policy and these administrative guidelines.
And I guess just a couple places where we
Sure.
reference the superintendent.
And the board.
It should be uppercase and board.
Yeah.
But where we reference the superintendent, it should say or designate.
Got
So
it.
we tried to do that every year, possibly Kevin, that was my comments.
Okay.
So,
Any questions, comments? That one looks great.
so I move that we, take the send the administrative guidelines for 1-18 to the full board.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Okay, 1-27, energy conservation administrative guidelines.
And those are the ones that I shared were the revisions that are proposed by the facilities department.
One question I have, why is there a 13-degree spread in the winter and an 8 spread in the summer? I mean, 55 in the winter, pretty cold.
That's at nighttime when no one's in the building.
But in the summer, we're keeping it. I mean, I'm fine, but
Yeah, I think
pretty
it's,
cold.
in the summer, it's to keep the cooling system as little as possible and the heating system as little as possible, yeah.
Just trying to save money.
I wonder if it has something to do with, like, at home, you wonder if you let your air go to up to 80 during the day, but you want it cooler at night, is it using more energy
Mhm.
to
To
get
get
just
back,
right?
yeah.
You wonder, I don't know.
Well, I
We
think
can
that's-
Mark that next time.
My understanding is that that's why they moved it from 85 to 80,
That's
is
what I
that,
thought.
is it was taking too much to get it kicked on.
Well, I'm glad that they made some of the during the school day changes,
Mhm.
because, yeah, a little bit cooler for this, yeah. Okay, so I move, anybody else? I move that we send administrative guidelines 1-27, now 7-9 to the full board on the October 1st.
Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Okay, 5-6, non-service animals in the classroom, administrative guidelines.
And that's the language that I shared with you, came from CTE and our risk manager based on having bunnies.
I have no comments on this one. I move that we send administrative guideline 5-6 to the full board on October 1st.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, action items to send to the full board at our next meeting for October 1st.
What I have, and please correct me if I'm wrong, is that policy 3-3, 5-12, and 5-17 will go to the Board of Education for approval on October 1st. Policies 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-18, 127 now 7-9, and 5-6 will go to the Board of Education on October 1st for a first review. And then Administrative Guidelines 1-18, 1-27 now 7-9, and 5-6 will go to the Board of Education pursuant to the policy for review.
That's what I have as well.
On
Okay.
October 1st, I'm saying.
October 1st. Okay. Is there any other comments, questions that you have for staff or? Okay.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Okay, thank you, everyone.
Catch you out in town.